Thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight for the Wareham Zoning Board of Appeal. For tonight, how you doing? Okay, Wednesday, October 8, 2025. It is 6:30 p.m. and we are at the room 520 of the Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. We also on Zoom. The pass code is 908796. Who wish to participate? I want to call the meeting to order, make a roll call. My far left, Mr. Christopher Conti, Mr. Richard Semple. My far right, Mr. Troy Larson. To my right, our clerk, Jim Akabachi. Myself, the chair, Nazi Al-Kulasi.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Legion.
Could we salute the flag before we get started again?
Yeah, Legion, sure.
Yep.
All right.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very well.
I like the liberty and justice for all part the best.
I like the all part.
All, yeah.
We're all in it together.
That's right. Very well. We're gonna start with the minutes of 9/10/25.
The minutes have been reviewed, scrutinized and reviewed. I make a motion to approve as presented.
Any discussion?
Second.
Second by Rich. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jimmy?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazi, aye. So the minutes, 9/10/25, 500.
Sonia.
VMB Property LLC, Town Tavern, 3138 Cranberry Highway. And we have a review for completion. We don't.
I think you have, no, you don't have the as-built. Do you want to see the folder on that for any reason?
I read it before I came.
You're all set. That's the only folder that's in the box, if anybody wants to see anything on it. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
All right, you're gonna need name and addresses for the record, please.
Dave Newhall with Crocker Design Group, site engineer.
Okay,
Robert Pellegrini with PK Boston Law, 54 Main Street, Bridgewater.
David Barry, 48 Highland Circle.
all right,
Halifax.
very well. I did review the record with Mr. Phil Cordero. I guess you're in compliance with the plans. He did mention some debris in the catch basin. These are maintenance issue. It's not our place to say you have to clean them or not, but you should. For other question, I pass to the board. Troy?
I don't have any questions.
Jimmy?
No questions.
Chris?
I'm all set.
Richard?
Just one quick one. I know on October 9th, we approved the site plans, but also said, Mr. Newhall said that they would install vertical granite and the Cape Cod berm. So that's all I got to say. It's not really a question, but it says right here in the notes that it was going to be installed. That's all.
You want to answer to this?
I have it in writing if he would like to see it, if anybody would like to see it.
That's in the minutes, Rich?
Yeah, that's in the
In
minutes.
October or on September?
It was.
October
it was-
24th.
It was stated to us by him, and then we approved the plans.
Yeah, in the conditions too, it also says update the proposed curbing along Cranberry Highway with granite curbing.
Did you see that? Have you seen it, Counselor?
Yes. Just to backtrack to your question first on the catch basins with debris, we did see that, and they are scheduled to be cleaned tomorrow. They were last cleaned a few months ago, so that schedule is for tomorrow to keep up with that. As stated in those previous minutes, it was for the proposed curb on the plans to have the vertical granite curbing within the Mass DOT right-of-way, and then Cape Cod berm within the property limits. We do have Cape Cod berm within the property limits, and then there's vertical granite curbing along Cranberry Highway. There are portions that had curb along the roadway that do not have vertical granite curbing that weren't ever proposed as part of being modified. In our process with Mass DOT and getting our permits with them, they did not want us to continue down this section. They wanted the curbing to stay that way. And that was with meeting with Mass DOT and their engineers, so keeping it to just the areas where we were closing off the curb cut, and then by the handicap parking that did not have any curbing. So we did install those areas.
So I believe the discussion that we did have was through the board of what we were looking for and the conditions, and I thought that you agreed to it, so I just don't know. I didn't see any Cape Cod berm down the side of, was it Chippewa, the side where the package store is? I did see it installed on the side where the patio used to be. You put a strip of Cape Cod bird down that area. But then when you come down the other street, down the other side, there's absolutely nothing. So I just didn't know. I thought there was a whole discussion from our chair about adding it. And then you said it would be added. So I'm not quite sure where it got lost in the translation, that's all.
There is Cape Cod berm on the inside of Chippewa.
The
On the inside of Chippewa.
In the inside of parking area, there's the granite,
Yeah,
Cape
but
Cod berm.
when we talked about it, so I thought we were understanding, I could be wrong, that it was supposed to be down each one of the streets. And I noticed that it's down the street where the old patio used to be, but it's not on the outside of the street on the other side. So I didn't know where maybe the conversation broke.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, we have it on the inside portion of the parking lot, and then it tails out into the Chippewa Road.
So you're berming the parking lot away from, you're berming the parking lot, you're not berming the street.
The entire parking lot on the original proposed plans that we had before we came in was granite curbing, and then it was proposed for the Cape Cod berm, which it is Cape Cod berm.
All right.
I know in our meeting with the state as well, we had a meeting with the state engineers. They did say that if needed from the board, if you needed them to write a letter, they would obviously do so as well, in reference to not having to do the granite curbing initially on the
I
Cranberry side.
don't think the question on the Cape Cod is regarding the state highway. I think your question is on the side road between your parking lot and the package store, that side road that goes
Yeah.
in.
The original proposal was, it was proposed as granite curbing on the inside of the parking lot on the original plans, and that's when we had come back and asked for
We
the,
capitulated and we said, yeah, okay, go
Yeah.
with the Cape Cod berm in the parking lot. What I believe Mr. Semple is alluding to is that he anticipated and expected that you were gonna put a Cape Cod berm from Cranberry Highway down, if that's Chippewa or whatever Indian street that is.
Cherokee.
Right down, Cherokee. Okay.
So you put it on Chippewa, but you didn't put it on Cherokee, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and to going back to those meetings, my understanding was that it was, and our proposal was within the parking lot, not along the street, was my understanding of it. And what I had from that was to have it be Cape Cod in that area, but not along the street. And that's what we had on those proposed plans. I understand that there obviously is a difference of opinion on that and a confusion with that, but our plans had never showed anything within the right-of-way for proposed curbing in Cherokee.
Because I do remember that one meeting, I'll stop. I'm all
No,
set,
I
thank you.
remember, I know what you're talking about, Richard, I understand, I remember the meeting, I remember, so here's a question, and I'll, because I don't know the answer, I'm gonna ask our chairman, because he'd probably be more likely to be exposed to this. We're talking about putting a Cape Cod berm on a public way. Who usually does that? Is that a town thing, or is that a contractor thing? Is that when you develop a property in front of a street, you,
When you do it and disturb it, you're supposed to, the developer's supposed to.
so,
And I see new landscaping there. Is there wildflowers and grass or something planted there when I
Did-
went by
did-
it today?
I don't know if it was angry, but it surely did look like it was disturbed.
Yeah.
why wasn't a Cape Cod berm installed? We've talked about it many times.
What?
Along Cherokee Lane, was it Cherokee?
Cherokee and Chippewa, they did one and
Chippewa.
not the
The
other.
reason why we did it on Chippewa is because that's a private that's a private road. That's the residence road that we did it on that side to close it off initially. Obviously, I'm assuming there's got to be some confusion, because I know when the plans were proposed and we conversated about it, there was never any conversations, to the best of my knowledge, and all the reviews that we did, of any curbing or any Cape Cod berm on the Cherokee Road itself. It was on the inside parking lot as it was proposed on the approved plans, which exactly what we did, and then came out to the very corners. And that's the same, after that approval was when we walked through with Mr. Cadero and David. We walked through the site property exactly how the plans were submitted and approved to make sure that he was obviously of representation for you guys. We went through the entire parking lot from front to back, and it came up exactly with what was approved upon, and that's what we went forth and did.
Well, the minutes shows otherwise, and I remember Mr. Cordero, he had a replacement, he wasn't here. And I remember we said, make sure you put on the plan or insist in your report that has to be vertical curbing on the highway side, like the minute says, and Cape Cod berm on the side road. For some reason, your engineer understood it's towards your inside of your parking lot, and he draw it this way. Alan Major didn't pick on it. Then you came back to modify it to make a Cape Cod berm in the inside, which is, we said, no problem in the inside.
Yeah,
The
that's
original plan had the Cape Cod berm on the inside, on the Cherokee side of the front portion had the vertical granite, and that's when we had asked and proposed, could we change the vertical granite on the inside to the Cape Cod berm?
Correct. The plans were done wrong. In the inside, the town does not require granite, they require concrete or Cape Cod berm. The outside towards the road, that the town requests Cape Cod berm or concrete berm, but the state requires granite. So for some reason, because it was back and forth, you had different engineers coming in and they get lost, and it was an oversight on the plans, and your engineer draw granite curbing on the inside your parking lot, which we didn't require. Then you came back and modify it, which is fine, when we all said yes, we had no problem with that.
But it was an ongoing conversation through the months about the curbing being put in, and it just never seemed to make the plans, right?
So I have another question.
Go ahead.
Because there was continuances and no-shows and couldn't get on Zoom. It's not like it was any fault of the boards that we didn't see or didn't have the paperwork. The paperwork wasn't put in, people didn't have time to review things, and then finally we get down to here. And we're arguing over this, and it's ridiculous.
The last review that I was in front of your board was. Excuse me.
Yeah.
The only time that I know, and I certainly wasn't here to try to waste your time or my time, but the only time that I was here without you folks having, I'm assuming, the documentation that was needed, was on the planning director's request for me to be in front of you, even after specifically saying, and I believe Sonia might have been in the office of saying, I did not want to waste your time, because I understand it's valuable, and I was only coming on the planning director's advice to come in front of you folks. That was the only time that we were ever underprepared, and I didn't have anybody here representing me other than myself, so I apologize, but that was the only time that I know we weren't prepared, and it was thrown on your lap as reference to get in front of you folks.
So my question is this. From Cranberry Highway all the way down Chippewa Lane on the, not the parking lot side, but on the street side of your grassy area, is it tens of dollars, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, or hundreds of thousands to put in a Cape Cod berm at this point?
He means
What do you think?
here.
Somebody take a stab at it. I don't
It's
know
gonna
if
be, it's a couple $1,000.
Couple $1,000 bucks? Okay. So my question to you is it worth a couple $1,000s to make the board happy?
I'll do whatever you folks need to do. I've spent a couple of $100,000 already to this
Okay,
point.
so my suggestion would be that if we're ready to go forward and grant this guy what he's seeking tonight, that we put the condition on it, that be added, and that if it's not done within a reasonable time, like 30 years or 30 days or some specific amount of time. I think 30 years might be excessive, but 30 days might be a better number. That,
Well, I agree with Jim. We're not gonna argue the highway. If they said okay with the state,
yeah, right.
but
And they got a certificate too, right? You said
Yeah.
you need a certificate, so if we could get something in a file stating that, then.
When we had asked
You
the
have
state
that.
for it, we asked if you needed, are you referencing from the state itself?
Yes.
When we had asked them and they said, if they need something, we can do it, but we wouldn't approve the plans if it wasn't done to our standards. It's what they referenced. It's,
I think
one at
we're
a-
all
one at
happy.
a time.
I think we're all happy with
One
the
at a
state
time.
side.
Time out.
Okay.
What time, with too many people at the same time. Who wants to speak? Sir?
oh, I was just saying, I was just trying to answer his reference. I was referencing if the state had mentioned if it was a letter needed, but he said, I don't see why a letter would be needed. We wouldn't be approving our plans from Mass DOT if it wasn't completed appropriately.
The DOT approval letter was in
Okay.
the September 17th letter.
I saw that.
Okay.
Jimmy, you want to say something?
Well, we keep talking about the DOT, that the board's been satisfied with the DOT
Yeah.
part of this conversation.
We understand.
You're pulling a Trump on us, you know? We asked you about the
He just made a
Kaczynski
reference.
files, and you're talking about
One
the
at a
Beauregard files. We're talking about Chippewa.
Can we come to an agreement that you come in for renewal for your license by the end of the year, correct? Or your occupancy?
Correct.
Okay, I have no problem condition it that before then you put
I'll
that.
call
cap-
Mr. McDuffie
I-
now and
I
have
know.
it tomorrow.
Sir, I'm willing, I don't know about the board, to say okay with the condition that you put the Cape Cod berm, and that will satisfy this, and you go get your final and put it to bed. It's been going for 3 years.
How-
What do you
how-
think? One second, sir. Troy,
I agree.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
Chris.
I'm fine with it, but I think we also need to have them update their plans and submit a new set of plans. Because on these conditions we originally had, the granite curbing along the highway as a condition, we never forced them to, I guess, update their plans. So it never got in their plans, and their as-built went according to the plan. If they had updated their plans, then it would have been in there, and then it would have been done, I think. But I would say that we need to ask them to update their plans at some point and make sure they submit them to us.
Sir,
I would just suggest that it be done in an as-built plan as soon as it's completed, so that
all right.
you'll have that.
It will be part of the conditions. Richard,
I said my piece.
you okay?
And
Anyone?
I agree with what you said.
All right. Anyone in the public wanna speak on this matter? I hear none. Are you okay with these two conditions? Putting the curb before your final inspection, and it won't be on temporary occupancy at all. So you gotta do them this time. As-built and the Cape Cod berm along Chippewa. Is it Chippewa Street?
Cherokee.
Cherokee.
Cherokee Street. Is that fair enough,
Yes.
sir?
Yes, that's
All right.
fair.
All right. That being said, let's make a motion.
I move, what are we seeking? We're seeking a final release?
Final release, yeah.
Do you
With
want
the
to hold the
condi-
release?
With the conditions.
Do you want to hold the release until the,
No, it won't be, the commissioner will not give him his final, and he won't get his
he won't get the
certi-
money until he gets the final, and he
There's
won't
no
get the
money.
final until the berm goes in.
There's no money. They don't have a
Okay,
bond.
okay.
That's a different product.
So we're just doing a CO?
The
Final.
CO, the commissioner will not doing it before
Approve
the
it.
end of the year until you do that.
Okay. So moved.
All right, so we have a motion by Jim that no CO, a permanent CO will be issued by the end of the year unless a Cape Cod berm is installed along Cherokee Lane or Road, Street? Cherokee. whatever.
Cherokee Road, Cherokee
Cherokee
Street.
Drive.
Cherokee Drive, and an as-built to be submitted to the board. Okay? That's the two conditions. Yes, sir.
Do we have to come back or just
No, you
submit?
don't have to.
Okay.
All right.
Is there obviously, can talk to the engineer after to make sure how far down Cherokee to the main road.
Whatever
I
your
would assume.
property is.
Okay.
Back of the parking lot.
All right,
No, I just
have-
meant closer to the DOT section where it ends, but
Just-
I can go over it with him.
You just feather it in with the with the state. Do I have a second on Jim's?
Second.
Second by Troy. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Richard?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, aye. It carries. Thank you.
And I'll
I'm
call
glad
Mr.
to-
McDuffie and tell him to take his time with you, too.
Okay.
You do what? So,
He said he's gonna call Mr. McDuffie and tell him to get right on it, and I said, I'll call Mr. McDuffie and tell him to take his time. You wanna throw names around, I'll throw names around all
I
day
was just
long.
saying, all I was saying was I was gonna call
Be
someone.
No, no,
wise.
we're not.
we're
not-
good.
You're
We're
good.
good. Thank you. Yes.
So this is that
Sorry, I wasn't being right, so I
property line
apologize.
here.
That's
I
what
was
you
just
gotta
saying I
do
was
it.
gonna get moving on it. That's all I
Okay,
was saying.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
And you feather it on that
That was a
granite,
little better.
Okay,
all right?
because this will be, this portion is within the state right
Right.
away?
You just come from here to here,
Perfect.
all right? And marry it with here,
Yeah.
with your curb,
Yeah, absolutely.
all right? Whoever's gonna do it. Whatever. Thank you. Dakota Partners, Woodlands Cove, 3012 Cranberry Highway. Request for bond release on phase 2.
Is this the final? Is this like,
That's the final.
if we say yes tonight, we never have to see you again? Or are you gonna go across the street and buy the other?
No, I am gone. I'll be out of your life.
We don't want that.
I'm not implying that it was, you know, a bad experience. I'm just, don't wanna
It
cast
was an
it.
experience.
It was, exactly.
Put it this way, a little longer in experience than I think
Well,
anybody was in for.
Way
but-
too long. I agree with
I
that.
think Dakota Partners learned a valuable lesson not to build their own projects. Would you
That
agree?
is- That is totally agreeable.
Hire
Yes, I agree.
right contractors to do it.
Yeah, that part of the company's gone.
All right, very well. So what you name and address, sir, first?
Yeah, my name is Mark Palat with Dakota Partners, 235 Bear Hill Road, Waltham, Massachusetts.
And what brings you here tonight?
For the bond release, I met with your town engineer out there, walked the property to make sure everything was done. Phil was extremely thorough, as always, pointed out some hoods missing in our catch basin, so we put the hoods in, cleaned them all out, and took care of the balance of the items that needed to be completed. As you're well aware, we didn't have the top coat on the parking lot, and we didn't have the landscaping in when we came in for the CO. Those are all have been completed, and we are 100% complete.
Okay, Phil, you good? Just quick, if you don't mind.
For the record, Phil Cordero from Allen and Major Associates. What Mark said is true. They've met all of the conditions. The site looks good. All of the drainage has been remediated. We had some problems when we did the site walk. He is taking care of them. I'll just note very quickly for the board that we did identify there is some plants and tree material out there that's a little suspect. And we just wanted to confirm with Mark that he does have a guarantee on those plants in the event that they do ultimately need replacement within a year. And that he's going to continue to monitor those. But other than that, he is complete.
Correct.
All right, very well. Question board, Troy,
I have no questions.
Jimmy.
No, I'll give you one little compliment. I know that we had somebody in here very concerned about water coming from the property and onto their abutting property, and
Yes.
I was truly impressed with the fact that it was taken care of.
Yeah, no, I met with him out there, and
Yeah, good job.
it did what we had to do to make sure he was satisfied.
You know, we like to scold people. Once in a while, it's nice to say something good.
I will note that, thank you.
Chris,
I'm good.
Rich.
I went through today, everything looks good, other than a couple of trees that didn't look like they made it or over by the woods, but other than that, everything else looked like you were
Thank you,
ready to go.
thank you.
All right. Anyone in the public? Hear none? Wishes?
Make a motion, do we have to close this? It's all, make a motion to approve the release of the bond for Phase 2.
Okay, I have motion by Jim. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Rich. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
But one thing, Nazir,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not necessarily for Phase 2. The bond was for the entire
Yeah,
project, so
okay.
just so we're clear. it's
Revise
phase
your motion.
1,
So
2,
my
and 3.
motion covers Phase 1, 2, and 3.
All right. On Jim's motion, modified motion or revised motion, do I have a second?
Is that seconded?
Second.
Second by Troy. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jimmy?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Richard?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, aye. It carries. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
66-24 Federal Credit Union, 2512 Cranberry Highway, minor modification. I talked to Sonia, there's no need for them to come. All what they doing, which is should have been done from the beginning, tie in the gutters to the drainage. They had the gutters running on the asphalt, which is hazardous,
Now they're going
slippery.
underground to a
They're
driveway.
doing it the right way, so, which is, it's fine. We didn't want to bother them, come all the way for this. We're just gonna vote on this
Make a
minor.
motion to approve the minor modification.
All right, we have a motion to approve the minor modification for TFCU 2512 Cranberry Highway by Jim for the gutters to be tied into the drainage or to the catch basin. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Second by, is that you, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, by Chris. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jimmy?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Richard?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, aye. This carries.
You might get to see your furry little friend.
All right. On other new business and discussion, we have 47 Cleveland Way, 14-25, Mr. Doucette, Robert Doucette, for a minor mod. All right, let me see what Cleveland. All right, name and address, please.
Brian Grady, GAF Engineering,
George Kikitis, GS Design Group.
All right,
and the property owner, Mr. Doucette's here, if he can answer any questions.
okay, what do we have?
Mr. Doucette has filed for his final review on his building permit. He's ready to get started. Mr. Turner called me the other day, doing his final review, getting ready to issue the permit, raising the question, I guess, the basement is finished, which wasn't accounted for when we first were before you. It's got a 6'9" ceiling height below the 7, so that's not habitable per the code, but it's a pre-existing 100-year-old home. So Mr. Turner called me, said, you know, we need to address this in some fashion. His suggestion was I appear before you, have a discussion, request a minor modification. So what
Because it becomes livable, he's saying? Well, how was the height?
It's 6'9", but it is finished. But it's a 100-year-old home, so
6'9" finish height?
finished height to the drywall ceiling, yeah. So he suggested that we appear before you, explain the situation, request a minor mod, and get an opinion from you. So what it does is it increases the floor area ratio to 36%, 25 is allowed. Initially, we appeared before you to add a second floor on this home. The second floor is within the 10 feet to the sideline. That's why we were before you with a variant special permit application. Long story short, what the addition of the second floor does is it increases the floor area ratio 11% overall for the site. So we think that that would have been approved if it were part of the discussion originally. We don't think that's detrimental to the neighborhood at all. I don't know if any of you recall the discussion. None of the neighbors were there or objected to it. One neighbor was there with some questions. His only concern was it going to impact his view? So none of the neighbors object to the project. They're aware of the project. I think some of you said it was a good-looking home. The modifications they're making. So we think it's a minor impact. It's not going to be detrimental at all to the neighborhood. So in response to Mr. Turner's concerns, we're looking just to get this paper and determination made that it would be a minor modification.
Does the commissioner consider a usable space or livable space? What did he say? Was it
Well, it's
usable?
habitable. It is usable. You know, it just doesn't meet the current building code, but it's a 100-year-old home, so it's non-conforming habitable space. So it's usable, yes. It's usable, habitable.
Usable, but it's not livable. It has to be 88 inches to be livable. But it is usable. It does increase your FAR. When was it finished, that basement?
When Mr. Doucette purchased the home, he pulled the permit to have, it was finished, but he pulled the permit to redo it, and that's 2014?
Okay.
So,
So if it got permitted to be usable then, why is it an issue now?
He came back and put a second floor, jump his FAR, but now,
Well, for the FAR, I understand, but why are we back down in the basement that was permitted already?
when he went for final, he must, the commissioner must, or the inspector must have went to the basement and saw it, right?
Well, it wasn't picked up the first time we appeared before you, so when he's in his final review of the plans, he brought it up, called me, so that's why we're here before you, to set the record straight. The basement is finished, and as I said, long story short, the addition of the second floor increases the FAR by 11% overall. Total being 36% for the lot. Some of the other homes in the area are approaching that. We showed you a bunch of pictures of existing neighborhood homes that are story and a half, two-story. So this isn't out of keeping with the neighborhood. The survey plan creating these lots was dated 1913, so it's an old neighborhood. The lot sizes are 3,500 square feet, 7,400 square feet, so it's just one of those neighborhoods. Small lots, seasonal cottages have been, are being converted to year-round homes. So it's, I think, fairly common in certain parts of Wareham.
Is Cleveland Way on Indian Mount area there?
Buttermilk Bay.
Buttermilk Bay, okay.
Yeah, I think Mr.
Yep.
Doucette drives down
Jefferson Shores,
Cherokee and
right?
Chickawaw to get to his house.
so I'm still foggy. The basement was finished outside of the application that's in front of us, prior to the application that's in front of us.
Right.
And nobody ever considered it to be added to the FAR at
Yes,
that point.
It wasn't
In the
addressed,
previous
correct.
permitted refinish the basement. Then a plan came in front of us and we said okey dokey, and you guys did it. And we approved, did we approve the 11% increase? Or-
Well, the
that
FAR wasn't
Over-
addressed at that time because the finished basement wasn't part of the application. It's in Mr. Turner's final review, getting ready to issue the building permit, this came to light. So his suggestion was we appear before you with this minor mod request to get it addressed.
So what I remain confused about is the fact that the basement is finished causing the upstairs addition to be 11% over? If the basement weren't finished, we wouldn't have the 11% issue?
If the basement weren't finished.
We're not finished.
We wouldn't exceed the FAR.
You wouldn't exceed.
Correct.
Right,
But the basement was finished prior to
yes,
our approval of this plan
right.
under a completely separate. So, okay.
What do you call finish? What's finish in there? You have walls, you have doors, you have closets?
There's a laundry room, and it's like a game room, big open spaces, and there's a bathroom. So that's basically what's down there.
So you can go down in the basement and
It's a
do your
walk-
laundry and play games?
Yeah, it's a walkout, and it goes right out to the lawn that faces the Buttermilk Bay. I mean, so obviously,
Is it waterfront?
yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay, I get it, yeah. I think I know what Cleveland Way is, yeah. So, okay.
Troy, you have a question?
I don't have any questions.
Jimmy?
If I go to the dentist for a filling and he asks me to drop my pants, I think something's fishy. And that's what we got here. I'm okay with the problem. Let's just, yeah.
Chris?
I'm fine with it.
Rich?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
I'm just confused,
that an
because like, the
existing
value
non-com-
of the value of your house doesn't go up anymore when you finish your thing, but it still can be included in your FAR.
Well, yeah, and they put sheetrock on the ceiling, and if they have a fire down there while they're playing games in the basement, the house might last long. I don't know,
might,
it's just
yeah.
like,
Hey, it's those laws that we have, wonderful.
Is it
okay,
existing?
I'm good with it, yeah. My opinion is, let's not make a big deal out of it. Let's just say, okay.
Is it existing non-conforming, the property?
Yes, it's 7,400 square feet in area.
And was the FAR existing non-conforming or no?
It would, with the, counting the finished basement in the first floor, probably would be right around that 25%. So adding the second floor is what makes us go over the FAR.
25 or 26%?
30.
11%.
Have the exact figures, but adding the second floor adds 11%, so we're 25, we're at 36, so it's right at 25% with the finished basement in the first floor. So the addition of, how big's the second floor?
784 feet or something
Yeah,
like that?
something like that. So the addition of the second floor puts us over.
How big each floor? How many square feet of floor?
The footprint, what's the footprint square footage?
When you came here the last time, you had a public hearing?
Yep. We had a public hearing.
Was there neighbors here?
There
Nobody
was the
spoke.
one,
Just one guy across the street was concerned about his view.
right. he was
And then
gonna-
we asked, was it deeded in his rights? And
Yeah.
he said no, so.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, but we're actually improving it. We're taking the garage down, and now we have an attached addition, so it kind of makes that alley view a little wider.
pretty sure.
Well, whatever the board, I think it needs a variance, but see
You
what the
think it
board.
needs a variance for what?
FAR.
For FAR?
Yep. You might as well cover the bases and dot the Ts and cross,
if we're
dot the
gonna do
Is
it-
and cross the
If
Ts.
we're gonna do a variance, don't we need to advertise it?
Yeah, unless you wanna give him a minor.
Minor modification.
Well, that's why we're here at the suggestion of Mr. Turner to come in and request the minor mod.
As long as it doesn't
You
bite
know,
us in
you
the
can't
rear.
do this in the future, ADU, it doesn't have the height, so you know.
Yep.
Unless you raise it 3 inches.
But it's not an ADU, is it?
Right, but even if he wants to do,
But
it's
it can't.
usable, not livable, but it's usable, it does go towards
If you want it to be livable, you'd have to jack the house off the foundation and make it 6 inches taller,
4 inches.
4 inches,
Or lower the basement floor.
or lower the basement floor.
To go underwater.
Not gonna happen.
Whatever the board wants, what's your wish, everybody
I'd move
speak
the
their
house
wishes.
closer to the street before I'd shorten the clothesline.
Just as long as the minor modification doesn't bite us in the butt, I'm good with the minor modification.
Somebody make a motion, approve or deny, whatever you want.
Where are you? You gonna abstain?
I don't know.
You don't have to, you don't have to tell him. I'm sorry. That wasn't a,
I'm not kissing and telling.
You haven't kissed yet.
You never know.
so, you wanna make the motion?
I
Not
make,
me.
Huh?
Rich, maybe.
No, that's what I said. I looked at him and said, and you said not me? Is that what you, was that your answer? I didn't hear you.
again, I said as long as it doesn't bite us in the butt, so I was curious why when we're stepping back all of a sudden, letting me rock forward, but I guess I make a motion to accept as a minor modification on, and as presented.
To make you feel bad, if the house is there, built and done, and he go finish the basement, nobody would say nothing. So,
Well, we could tell him that he has to tear the sheetrock off the ceiling and then he doesn't need a minor modification.
right. I mean, it's in the basement. Go ahead. We have a motion by Chris, it's a minor modification and $2,000. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Troy. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, I'll abstain, but you only need 3 out of 5,
Before we,
so you're
before we
good.
dispense this matter,
Yes.
This is just a curiosity on my part. So if he didn't sheet rock the ceiling and he put a drop ceiling in, then what would happen?
A drop ceiling is finished.
That's considered finished, so, okay. I just didn't know if, you know, if the, because I find sheet rock on the ceiling of a basement to be, from a
Permanent?
safety point of view, I think it's a,
Yeah.
for lots of points of view.
Yeah, safety,
I
definitely.
just think it's a good thing. So anyway, that was
You're
just,
good.
you're
You got
good.
401.
All right, thanks very
Thank
much.
you very,
You're very
What did
welcome.
you do, abstain or?
Abstain.
Okay.
Mr. Raposa, anything else you want to discuss here? Anything else you have not anticipated?
Be
You good?
kind to your four-footed friends,
All right, what's,
who was that that ended their show with that?
Don't get used to these easy nights, that's what I would like to ask, it's next meeting, you have new public hearing.
Well, you said that 2 times ago, and we didn't even have a meeting last week. So I'm a little worried about
Play fair here.
play fair.
I think it's,
Actually, if it wasn't for these,
when did the planning board meet last?
yesterday,
And what time did their meeting end?
11 o'clock.
Okay, so isn't it good that they took over all those site plan reviews?
I don't go on Monday night,
I mean, it's okay with me, you know?
they had an executive session yesterday and a meeting Monday night.
Hitting it heavy.
I mean, it just, you know,
Hitting it heavy, man.
They have a
Yeah.
lot of business now because
Cool.
town meeting is coming up, so
town meeting.
yeah, they're.
Make a motion to adjourn.
do you have a second?
Second.
Second by Rich, all in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Rich? I mean, Jim?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, aye. Phil, you have anything or just?
Sorry, the Bruins are starting.
That's all right. Thank you.